still gonna stop. Can't look away. I make eye contact. But right now we have Caleb Robertson to the stage.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Caleb Robertson. Instagram being Caleb_THKid. For my YouTube, just look up Caleb Robertson. I just hit 100 subscribers yesterday, so big shout out. Like, what is it in the grand scheme of things? That's not hella people. But there are 100 people in this room right now. It's wall to wall, it's packed, baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I can say. I imagine they all actually give a fuck. Just quick note, one of the notes I wrote for a bit that I was trying to work out was I got molested by a grizzly bear. Now, normally on something like that, I have notes before and or after it, but it's just the line. It's just, I gotta stop drinking, obviously. Mainly because I lost my job. Anybody else lost their job in here? Anybody else been without a job ever? Just in their life? This is the first time since I was 18, that I've not had a job. Because normally I know I'm gonna quit. Because I've never been fired. I just want to say that. Shout out to me for never being fired. Thank you. But my job got fired from the city. So they were like, you're an excellent worker, but your job as a whole, dog? Not fucking with it. So the city fired us, and so I've been without a job for a while. And this happened at a very inconvenient time in my life, because I had just started getting my shit back together. I was saving up for a car. I had moved back home with my mom to save money and also help her out with bills and be a good son. But I couldn't do that because now I lost the only thing I brought to the relationship, to that mother-son relationship, which was money. So needless to say, I've become the perfect housewife. My mom gets off work, I don't memorize her work schedule. I used to have it memorized so I know when I can do shit and you know what I'm saying, not have to worry about it. But now I just do that. Now I have her schedule memorized so I can know what time dinner's gotta be done by. 5 o'clock on the dot, guys, 5 o'clock on the dot. But don't worry, if she's late, I know how to set the oven to warm and leave her plate in there. When I tell you I became a perfect housewife, dog, I cleaned everything but her room because you gross. I don't want to find out what type of person you are. Someone once told me, they go, you'll never truly know who your parents are. And I go, fucking good, dog. I don't want to know. Who wants to know who their parents truly are on the inside? You know what I mean? I've been bartending for 4+ years. I know what other single moms do. Get out of here, dog. You're gross. It's funny though, because every once in a while I hear a story about my mom from my uncles and shit. My mom, by the way, love her to death. Gave her life over to God. Great woman. But my uncle once said, your mom can outdrink any of us. And I was like, you fucking lying, dog. And then my aunt said, nah, you couldn't outdrink your mom. I said, maybe not back then, but I'm a different beast now. At 5, I wasn't doing it. Pan 2, 20 years later, I can't remember the last time I didn't touch alcohol. But yeah, my mom has some crazy stories from her childhood. My uncle, he's a 3-time Golden Gloves boxing champion.
Woo! Woo!
He said he's afraid of my mom to this day. My aunt once told me, she goes, I'll never harm your mom. So I know your mom will come after me and I have to shoot her. And I don't believe my life, my sister. I wish I was joking. These are all true statements my family has made. I love my family a little fucked up in the head. Not individually. Individually, they're all well put together people with goals and things to do. But as a whole, we're a little, you know what I mean? We're a little, you feel me? A year ago, approximately a month ago, my grandma passed. which was really sad, and it was a really tough time for everybody in the family. But I kid you not, a couple days after she died, we go down there for the funeral, we're at the funeral, whatever. We come back because my aunt lived in Milwaukee, so we all came back from Milwaukee together and hung out. And they're talking, and then my aunt said something mean about my mom. And my mom said, "Your mama." And then, I'm not done. My aunt then says, "Your daddy." And then my mom then goes, "My mama and my daddy dead, so And I go, "What?" Fun fact, they have the same set of parents. Who would have thought? It's a very odd conversation to hear. But here's the worst part. I'm still not over the death. I'm choking up. Like in the background. That was a good one. That's like a good "that's what she said" joke. I made it an inopportune time. Like when your homeboy says, "Don't touch me," and I said, "That's what she said." And then your homeboy has to do two things. One, he has to laugh. That was a good one. You got him. All right. Two, he has to question what type of life I live when he's not around. By the way, fellas, to all the fellas in the room, please do me a favor. Over the course of this next week, I just want you to question your friends and the life they live when you're not around. Just as a society, as a whole, we should do that. As guys, we should just do that. Because I've heard some stories get bad. Like, what? Not my boy, right? And I defend him till I see him again. You know? No, not my boy. My boy would never, dog. He ain't him. No. And I'm like, no, you didn't really do that shit, did you? And you can tell by his response whether he did it or not. Because if it's, "No, hell no, I would never do that," it's a little bit too convincing. You're like, all right, you're overselling it, dog. Because they're going to say that. They're going to be like, "No, dog, I would never do that." But it's how, it's like, "No, dog, I'd never do that shit, bro. What the fuck?" And then there's like the, "No, man, what? She said that? No, could be me." Like, when you start sounding like you're from a Looney Tunes movie, I don't trust your statements, dog. So I don't know if you guys know, there's a new app out right now. It's called the T app, and it has nothing to do with herbs. It's a website, right? It's an anonymous website or app or whatever, where they like post a photo or some shit about a dude or a female, and they be like, "Anybody got tea on this person?" And every comment, here's how fucking toxic this app is. Every comment isn't a comment; it's a red flag. That's what they're called. They're called red flags. And of course, it always starts off the same. Like, "Oh yeah, I know him. I be seeing him out. I be seeing him with such and such and such and such. Like, oh, I saw him out with such and such and such and such." And then they just like, "I am such and such, and this is what he did." And then like it starts getting into like weird shit. Like where I'm like, "No, all right, come on. Now y'all just out here being goofy." One of my homeboys, girl says he likes getting his butt rubbed. I'm like, "Which one of y'all done this?" Out here lying on my boy name. Saying he like ass massages. And so what? You said butt rub, not finger in butt. I feel like there's a line in the sand we all gotta draw. Butt rubs ain't past the line, alright? You could never been to an Asian massage parlor. Because they get in there, let me tell you. Whether you ask them to or not, they just like, I don't know why they think that that's the way to ask if you want a hand job. It's like when you're laying on your stomach, just be like, "You live?" Not particularly, no. But if you're offering me a hand job, let me turn over first. That's my only request. Please, man, stop touching my butthole. And that's what she said. All right. My name's Kendra Roberts, and that's my time, everybody.